Hello, I am Mr.RedEye 75 and this is the speedrun tutorial for Armored Core Master of Arena. This tutorial will cover the any percent no major glitches category. Master of Arena is characterized by its extreme volatility, but in a kind of exciting way. The majority of the speedrun is going to be spent trying to get optimal arena victories utilizing the HG1 to stagger enemies, and then finishing them off with the Moonlight. Rather interestingly, this style of play is PvP meta competitive in Master of Arena. If you get good at the speedrun, maybe you can get good at PvP as well. Same as my previous videos, there will be a controller layout in the bottom right corner, and auto-generated Japanese subtitles on the bottom of the screen. Let's get started. As usual, we want to start by going to the shop. We're going to sell everything except for the core. We're going to buy the Zero, the 25-2 machine gun arms, SF quad legs, 10K generator, 21 FCS. Now added to the routing, we are buying an optional part. We're going to buy the CNDK. And lastly, the T001 boosters. Go to the garage for a quick assembly. Don't forget to equip the optional. The first mission in this game is very long. It's the most boring part of the game, and it's why resetting feels so bad. We're going to start by taking all right turns until we get to a long hallway with no windows. Now we're going to do left, right. There's going to be a target to destroy. Then we're going to turn around and go left, left, right. Left turn. Right turn. Destroy this generator right here. Now make all left turns until you get to the end. One, two, and make a right turn here. As I explained in the Armored Core 1 tutorial, make sure that you're strafing into every turn you make.
やつがお前の敵。後で話がある。とりあえず戻ってこい。目標達成。
For the next mission, we want to do the second one on the menu. I will include English names for all the missions that we do, up until we only have singular targets. For this mission, there are going to be a lot of low hovering machines that need to be destroyed, followed by an AC fight. The AC will spawn in the same location every time, so after taking out the last hover machine, we need to quickly reorient ourselves. Start by going to the left to acquire your first two targets. Be careful of your bullets, you don't want to run out of ammunition here. There should be one more. I want to look right here between these two canyons. Don't worry about the DPS race. Enemy ACs and missions have only around 4,000 AP and no defenses. That's the second mission. Next, we're going to be taking the third mission down. You can press up on the D-pad to go to it instantly. Here, we need to destroy everything that is on the map, and then a second wave of airplanes are going to come in. We need to position ourselves to take the airplanes as they come in. Airplanes in the PS1 games are very fast and can be difficult to hit. From your location on the bridge, jump up here facing northeast. Try and feather your boosters so you can stay up in the air, keep them level with you. Don't shoot unless you see a clear red lock. Even if you have low ammo, these guys are very fragile. Just time your shots well. That was a little slow for demonstration purposes, but the more you grind out this mission, the faster it will go. We're going to take the second mission. In this mission, there is a truck we have to locate and destroy. Take a left turn. Make sure to avoid these enemies. Don't bother destroying them, just go around them. Well, going down this hall, you want to try and shoot some of these mines out of the way so they don't stop you from progressing. Hit the elevator and then quickly get it to the opposite side. Wait for it to clear the lip, fly up. The truck is going to be directly in front of you. One more mission, and then we get to do arena fights. Here, we're going to take the third mission. We're going to hose this guy down with machine gun fire and hope he does a jump at the end. Because if he jumps up when he dies, when he touches the ground, it will skip his exploding animation.
正面からとは命知らずだな。時間は3分しかない。その間にターゲットを撃破しろ。敵のミサイルは非常に強力だ。注意しろ。
Unfortunately, he didn't jump. If he jumped a little bit later, we would have had a faster death animation. But now we can get ready to do the arena fights. Next to the arena fights. Because this is a Japanese copy of Master of Arena, some of the names are going to be different in comparison to their English counterparts. So I'll also have the English names visible on the screen whenever we take on a new opponent. First up is going to be Starmind. Make sure that you switch over to the garage. You only have to do this one time, and it will be memorized for the remainder of the run. If you forget and you do the first couple of fights outside of the garage, it's perfectly fine. The enemies are not going to be jumping around a lot. But just make sure you get this now, and don't forget about it later. For Starmind, we want to be strafing around a little bit just to avoid his fire. He can win the DPS race early, but when we get him down past 50%, he can't keep up with us. That was Starmind. From here, there are two different routes. You can do the shop now and equip the Moonlight immediately and fight Locagos. Or you can keep the machine gun arms and we can do one more fight against Idol. I will show you both. So for now, we're going to fight Idol. Idol likes to hover in the air a little bit. They can beat you in the DPS race, so you want to strafe around them a little bit. They're not very good at turning, so if you can get them in a death spiral. Yeah, there we go. Always be mindful of your shots. You do not want to run out of ammunition this early in the run. From here, we would do the shop, but I'm going to go back to our previous save state, and we'll do the shop after the first fight. For this shop, we are going to sell our core. We are going to sell our FCS. And we're going to sell the 2 extra weapons that we acquired. From here, we're going to buy a new core. We're going to buy new arms. The AN-25s. We are going to buy a new FCS. We are going to buy our weapons. We want the HG-1. And the Moonlight. Press left when assembling your arms. Go up for the weapons. The FCS will automatically be equipped for you since it's a mandatory part. Don't forget to re-equip your optional. When using the HG1 in the Moonlight, you want to try and stagger your opponent down with the HG1. And then do a small little hop onto the opponent for the Moonlight. In the original 2 PlayStation 1 games, blades do quadruple damage in the air. In Master of Arena, that's been lowered down to triple damage. That is still a staggering amount of damage to contend with. A lot of RNG in this game is going to come down to the variation in damage that the Moonlight does. Although triple damage is quite a lot, there is a lot of variation within. You can do anywhere from 5,000 to 9,000 damage, depending on the enemy and where the blade makes contact with them. This is where a lot of fun and excitement in the run kind of comes from. It's just how many times can you get a crit in a run to get your time lower and lower. I imagine in the future, if this run becomes super optimized, it's going to become a living hell. So for now, enjoy it while this category is still young and fresh. Next up is Mevi. For these lighter bipeds, you want to try and stagger them down at the start of the fight. Get him stuck in one spot. Get out of the line of fire of his pistol. And go for the kill. Let's see if we can't do that faster. Beautiful. After Mevi, we want to find Flash. You can see there, even if it looks like you're close enough to get a blade hit, sometimes the geometry doesn't agree with you. Next up is High Drunker. Tanks and other quads are going to be the hardest to fight in the arena, just because they're so low to the ground, it makes them extra difficult to hit. But we'll do our best. There we go. Very nice. Moving on from High Drunker, we're going to fight Armadillo. Even in the face of a tank, nothing can stop the Moonlight. The damage is just too high. After the fight with Armadillo, we have to do a mission. We're here to rescue an AC, but this AC is optional for this rescue mission. In fact, we prefer if the AC we're here to rescue dies instead. Let's start by clearing up all these small enemies. Grab the one that's behind the building. Now open the door. Immediately after this cutscene, hide behind the building and allow the giant MT to kill our friend. If that other AC is still alive at the end, we get an additional cutscene that only serves to cost us time. Unfortunately, his sacrifice must be made. This next mission is a difficult one for various reasons. We want to take the second mission here. We want to immediately strafe to the right and boost just a little bit so that we land on the first ledge. We're going to plant the first bomb, jump down, strafe to the left. Second bomb, boost down, straight to the left. Third bomb, boost down, strafe to the left. Final bomb. Make sure you're facing west towards this corner. An enemy AC is going to spawn here, and we want to try and hit them immediately as they land. Right now, we're surrounded by airplanes. When this cutscene plays, they're going to scatter back out to the edges of the map. So that gives us a very limited amount of time to try and take out this AC as soon as possible. If he gets away from you, he can be very hard to reacquire. Try to find him on your radar. He's going to be that blue one right there. Going for the kill. Oh, that's so horrible. Watch his shadow. Try again. There we go, got him. You really want to try and get him on that first approach. At the end of the day, it just requires a lot of practice and training that muscle memory. This next mission is pretty confusing the first time you play it, but when you know the routing for the speedrun, it becomes really simple. One hit up twice on the D-pad, initiate the mission. We want to go up 2 flights. Enter through this door. Go down to the bottom. Go up and turn right. Enter through this door. Go up all the way and turn around. and then fall down directly to the bottom. The addition of the CNDK makes this a lot easier. Without the CNDK, you will barely reach the top of that final ascension. After that mission, we are going to go back to the arena. Our next opponent is Bibs. Because he's a quad-legged opponent, he's going to be very annoying to hit, but we'll do our best. Sometimes if they're low on AP like that, it's best to just shoot them down with the HG1. Don't bother risking any more Moonlight hits. Next is going to be Stunt Rider. See which side of the pillar he's going to come out from. Make sure you strafe out of the way of their weapons, especially if they have high stagger weapons like pistols. He has such low defense, if you're still not comfortable getting Moonlight hits in, you can always just take him down with the HG1. Following Stunt Rider is Sweet Devil. That is about as good as it gets. That's going to be it for the sub-arena opponents. We have some missions we have to do, and then we move on to the big leagues. We're going to go to the bottom. We are going to take on the Arms Fort. For this, we're going to try and moonlight all the cannons that are organized around the tank. After taking out the first one, we're going to take a pit stop on the back to take out the missile launcher.
System起動.
Just take it out with your HG1. And now you're free to take out the rest of the cannons. You want to try and take them head on. If you approach from the side, they can be a bit finicky. Like right here, he's proven to be kind of a butthead. There we go. And that's all of them.
目標達成.
Next is Chutes and Ladders. On this mission, we can save a lot of time by just not turning around.
System 起動.
For example, As always, whenever you get the chance to, make sure to give it a little wiggle. When the enemy on your radar begins to turn red, get ready to boost forward. We want to take the first possible exit. And then ride this one all the way down to the bottom. We're gonna go up. Throw into reverse again when we get to the bottom. Proceed forward. There's going to be an AC who's going to bust through the wall. We want to try and push him back into the hole he's going to come out of. Unfortunately, he already escaped. A bit of RNG variation there. Try to get him with the blade hit. If you can't, you can just take him out with the HG1. Where'd he go? There he is. Hi, buddy. Grab the goods and be on your way.
目標達成
After the mission, we can go back to the arena. Now all the enemies are lined up for us, so we don't have to worry about searching them in the menu. Not even the Karasawa can stand up to the might of the moonlight. Next up is Bug Boy. He likes to boost to the left here at the very start of the fight. Try to catch him in the corner if you can. And there you go. Next fight after Bug Boy. Always try to corral them over to the wall or into the corner whenever possible. There you go, make your approach, finish him off. Next up, we have Spinkid. Nice bit of trivia, those back laser cannons we just picked up can be used on bipeds without human plus. See there, that blade hit did ridiculously low damage. Just part of the variation that I told you about before. Shadow Master. This guy is very good at trying to get back behind you. You don't want to lose sight of this guy. The faster you can take him out, the better. Try to keep an eye on your radar instead. Be very aggressive with Shadow Master. Don't give him a chance to escape. From here, we have to do another mission. The enemy units this level are going to be very small, and they like to jump a lot, so we need to do our best to make our approaches quickly and precisely. See right there, if he jumps, you just gotta wait for him to come back down. Cross over to the other side of the level. Where'd he go? Move over to the adjacent gate. After that, we want to move up forward. From here, we got Nineball. But he'll go down just as easy as any other AC. Unfortunately, looks like we got a fake blade hit there. Ideally, we would have liked to see this cutscene happen when we first hit him with the blade.
目標達成
But you've been warned about the variations that can occur with the laser blade. After bullying Nineball, we can go back to the arena. Caesar here is a very difficult opponent. He's a higher AI leveled quad AC. Want to stay to his side. He does have some weapons that can stagger you. When he's low on AP like this, sometimes it's best to just back up and finish him off with the HG1. If you can get him while he's jumping and you're both against a wall or up against the ceiling, that would be a prime opportunity to get him with the blade. I'm going to follow up Caesar with Pascal. Oh, we had such a good beginning of the fight, too. Don't be afraid to throw out random blade swings. The way the blade tracking works is if they're anywhere near the edge of your FCS box, your AC will snap directly to face the enemy AC. So even if it looks like they're too far to the side, there's a chance you can still catch them. After Pascal, we got the Death Chicken. This guy likes to retreat from you when he has high AP, so you can kind of easily corral him over here into the corner. So yeah, you want to get him to that position and then just go in for a kill. When he gets to his last 1,000 or so, he'll turn around and start using the fingers. Kind of an interesting AI quirk they gave him. From here, we need to go back and do another mission. We need to blade all of the yellow enemy MTs. And try not to miss him like I did just there. Cross over. Want to go west, north. And the last enemy is going to be behind 2 buildings. After that short little distraction, we can go back to the arena. The wall is where we really thrive. After POW, we can move on to Slick Rope. You already know how I feel about quad ACs. Oh, unfortunate miss there. Once again, the geometry doesn't agree with us. Unfortunate. Following that fight, we move on to 03627. He likes to run to the side a lot, so it's better to try and get him staggered first and then make an approach. We clipped him when we went up into the air. That was very nice. Oh, this is interesting. The AI doesn't always do that, but if they want to put themselves into an even more narrow arena, that's fine by us. After that arena fight, there is a mission we have to go and finish. This should be our last interruption before our final few fights.
System 起動
We just need to call the elevators down, but we're going to ignore them. We're going to fly up. When you call down this elevator, there's going to be 2 enemies who spawn in. It's a good idea to take them out. Especially the big guys. You don't want them hitting you when you're trying to fly up here. Same thing in this room. Call the elevator first. And then try to take out some of these enemies just to get them out of the way. After that, there's no more enemies that can bother you. In the final room, there's going to be another showdown with Nineball. We want to try and do a short little hop while shooting him, and then finish the fight as soon as possible with a clean blade hit. Let's see if we get it. Oh, we didn't register a hit. That's unfortunate. Oh, but we got that one. After that mission, we have one last ladder climb to make and one last mission to do. Despite how big this AC looks, it has very poor stability. So we want to try and get it locked down and then make repeated air swings. And then just finish it off. The final fight, Pandora Bomb. Pandora Bomb can be annoying because they do have the best legs in the game and they do like to jump a lot, making them quite difficult to pin down. Unfortunately, I'm just better than they are. This is it, the final showdown with the Nineball. Before that, we need to change our assembly. The Moonlight has served us well. Unfortunately, the MG25-2 is going to serve us even better. Now, you can do the final mission with the Moonlight. It is just extremely risky. But who knows, you could be the first one to do it. We got another elevator, you know what that means. For the Devil Nineball fight, you want to make sure that you're strafing around them at all times. If you notice they switch to the grenade launcher, get up into the air. You do not want to be on the ground while they have the grenades out. Wow, I've never seen that happen before. This is it. The most terrifying fight in all of Armored Core history. Nineball Seraph. A monster. A demon in a metal shell. Some say this is the hardest boss FromSoft has ever conceived. And in order to finish this speedrun, we have to take him out. Do you have what it takes? Do you have the strength? Do you have the force of will? Unfortunately for Nineball, he is one of the easiest enemies in this game. That's it. That is Master of Arena. As always, you will finish your final split when you get your last possible input. That's going to be the save button prompt at the end of this cutscene. But I hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please give a follow, a like, subscribe. Go follow me on Twitch. Become part of the community. But more importantly, if you really enjoyed watching this video, please go out there and play this game yourself. Even better if you speedrun it. We need more people speedrunning this game. If you join us, it would make me very happy. So until next time, Ravens, I'll see ya when I see ya. Bye-bye!